The Redevelopment Agency meeting of January 17, 2007 is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. Item number 3 is approval of the final minutes by reference of the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of December 6, 2006. May I have a motion, please?
Yes, Your Honor. No additions or deletions of the minutes. I make a motion for approval, please.
Thank you. Did you want to be heard on this, sir?
My name is Jim Thompson. I'm just representing the owner on this item, so if you have any questions.
No, this is regarding the minutes.
No,
All
this
right.
is the next item.
All right, let's vote on that, please. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Council number 62 is R9, 2007. Discussion and possible action regarding a resolution consenting to the undertakings of the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency in connection with the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and At Home Simplicity LLC, doing business as Uptown Motel, located at 813 East Ogden Avenue, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency. Agency number 4 is RA-3-2007. RA-3-2007, discussion and possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement between the Redevelopment Agency and At Home Simplicity LLC, doing business as Uptown Motel, located at 813 East Ogden Avenue, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the Redevelopment Agency. Agency number 5 is discussion and possible action regarding a Commercial Visual Improvement Program agreement with At Home Simplicity LLC, doing business as Uptown Motel, providing funds to assist with improvements to a commercial building located at 813 East Ogden Avenue, APN 139-34-612-048, not to exceed $50,000, Redevelopment Agency Special Revenue Fund. All these items are in Ward 5. Mr. Adams.
Good morning. Scott Adams, Director of the Office of Business Development. These 3 items respect a visual improvement program grant that we're proposing go towards property on Ogden Street, which is currently the Uptown Motel. These funds, the project is slightly over $100,000, and these funds would go towards the improvement of the front of this building. On the overhead, I've got a shot on the 2 upper pictures of the way the facility looks today, and then on the bottom there's some sketches of what the window and facade treatment would be, and then some improvements to the sign. These exterior improvements on the front of the building are in companion with interior improvements that the property owners made to bring their property up to code. They were issued a CO back in November for the interior improvements, and so these would be companion to that. The project's slightly over $100,000. Our grant funds would be for $50,000 and would be then, of course, matched 1-to-1 by the additional exterior improvements they're making on the front of the building. These are the series of 3 items that we normally approve on a VIP item: a council resolution, an RDA resolution, and then the actual approval of the agreement with the property owner respecting the provision of funds and some controls for how this gets developed. And there is a representative here of the property owner.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My name is Jim Thompson. As the other programs that we brought along with the VIP with some of the other downtown properties, I have no comments to make on the project except to answer questions, but I wanted to compliment the city for this program. I think it's doing exactly what it's intended to do, which bring funds into the downtown redevelopment area and some properties that wouldn't otherwise be able to do this to improve the exterior visibility of the downtown properties.
Yes, and I think I should advise everybody that I was a little concerned that we were considering putting money on the outside under our visual improvement program without knowing what was on the inside. And Mr. Adams sent his staff out, and he captured photos of what has taken place, and really the improvements on the inside have been remarkable from what had been there. It's really a very nice boutique type hotel at this point in time, and I think that the money is well spent as part of our program.
Yeah, I did put on the overhead in the upper left-hand corner. You see some shots of the existing facility as it was part of the interior improvements, and then shots to the right and bottom show the bathroom and room improvements that they've made in the facility, and they've really done a nice job in bringing the building not only up to code, but into a very nice little motel.
Okay, good. Did you want to be heard?
Yes, I do. Briefly. Tom McGowan, Las Vegas resident. The program is excellent. This project is a vast improvement for downtown. But there's a pertinent question that none of you has apparently been aware of. Was there ever a murder at the Uptown Motel? Do you know?
Well, that's not the way we do, but you don't have to answer.
Well, you know, but you don't have to ask. Nobody has to answer. Just making sure on the public record that nobody answered. That's the point. Yes, there was a murder. So my question is talking about the inside. What is going on about improving the security arrangements at this place and places like it to protect the people who want to use that facility from being murdered? Meantime, approve the item.
Okay. Councilwoman, do you have a motion, please? Oh, pardon me, Councilman Weekly.
Yes.
Yes, thanks.
I do want to say, and just briefly, in reference to Mr. McGowan's comment, these folks do work extremely hard over there, Mr. McGowan, to provide a real good service, and I think they are working hard to address your issue and your concern that you have here today. So with that, I'd like to make a motion to follow staff's recommendation for approval, please.
All right, thank you. Let's vote. That's on council number 62.
Yes.
Let's vote on that, please. Opposed? Motion carries. And agency number 4, please.
Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion to follow staff's recommendation for approval with all conditions, please. And I'd like to thank you all again for your work and for, just having that stick-to-itness. I know it's hard, but, just buying into the vision and understanding that the changes want to come. We do appreciate what you all are doing for that.
Thank you, and I appreciate working with staff. I've worked with a lot of the different city agencies, and the redevelopment group have been excellent to work with. They've really done the best they can with these programs, and we really appreciate the efficiency.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'd like to thank Mr. Adams and his staff as well. Thank you.
Good crew. Okay, let's vote, please. Opposed? Motion carries. And agency number 5, please. Council Weekly.
Agency number 5 is listed. Is that in my ward? Yes, I guess it is, huh? Ward 1, 3, and 5. On behalf of myself and Councilwoman Tarkanian and...
No.
What number am I? This is on 3.
This is agency number 5 on this item here.
Okay. Is this in my ward? It's listed.
Oh, this is the one.
It's mine. Okay, it's just a typo on the screen. This is in my ward, Your Honor. Thank you very much. I'd like to move for approval without conditions, please.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No problem. Let's vote, please. Opposed?
Reading ahead of myself here.
No problem. Motion carries. Thank you. Good
Thank
luck to
you.
you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. We get to item number 6.
6, yes.
This is a report and possible action regarding redevelopment agency projects currently under contract or in negotiations. Mr. Adams?
Okay, we haven't given this presentation in a while. This is our routine quarterly PowerPoint update. I'm waiting for this to come up here, hoping I'm not going to have to do shadow puppets. There we go. What I'm going to do is kind of walk you through the same thing that we have been doing, starting with World Market Center. At the last week's State of the City address, I think a lot of us got to see firsthand the inside of Building 2, which is their building which is much larger than Phase 1. Another beautiful building to add to the building that's already there. And then we saw as we walked into that building that they're busy working away on their 3rd building, which will even be bigger than the 2nd building. They now have the foundation pretty much in place, and they're moving along with the construction of Phase 3. Again, I remind everybody that these are all phases towards overall achievement of a 12 million square foot build-out of 8 buildings that, when complete, will make us the largest wholesale furniture mart in the world. Union Park is moving along very well as well. Our partnership with Newland Communities is very good. We now have interest virtually in every block on this in the overall master plan, and we're moving through a number of these. I'll touch on just a couple. This has been a placeholder slide, and I'm hoping that very soon, in the very near future, we'll soon be able to release some of the preliminary architecture that they're actually working on the new site for the Performing Arts Center. They're clearly working through design development now with their new architectural firm. The Lou Ruvo Brain Institute is progressing very well. We should bring to you, probably in the next meeting, a minor revision to the agreement that we have with them that will actually allow them to start groundbreaking next month. They are planning an initial groundbreaking of actual construction next month as part of this project. So that one's moving along very well as well. World Jewelry Center, Mr. Zarnigan, the principal on this project, shared with us some very good news at the State of the City address that they're having great success in securing letters of intent from companies around the world to occupy space in the new World Jewelry Center, and hopefully we'll have an announcement soon in terms of their progress of the actual square footage amount and number of companies that have actually committed to the center. Newland Communities, this is the year that they are now under deadline, the end of this year, to take down their site that's outlined in the highlighted area on the master plan. Their initial focus will be on blocks F and G, which are the blocks at the center of the screen there. That comprises housing and a boutique hotel. They've had discussions with a boutique hotel developer, and they expect that their project will they'll take down the site by the end of this year, and they've told us that they expect to be under construction the midpoint of 2008. Las Vegas Premium Outlets has moved rapidly through the development of their first garage phase. On the lower left hand of your screen, you see the garage as it's completed. That really represents the southern garage. Their plan is to build another northern garage, and then once all that parking's in place, they're going to be able to start to move out onto the site that's depicted in the site plan on the right-hand side, which is the red areas. Those red areas will be the expanded portion of the factory outlet mall that they'll be building, which will comprise over 100,000 square feet of new space. The Mulaski Corporate Center is moving along very nicely, and we now can see that it's really taking shape as an office building. With their exterior cladding going up, with their glass going in, it really is going to be a fantastic addition to the downtown skyline, and I think even more importantly, this will be at least a gold LEED certified building, which will really set the standard for future office buildings in the valley. Downtown projects, in terms of residential, our staff is in the process of reassessing where we stand in terms of the number of entitled projects and the number of units. I can say this, though. We have, looking back over the last 2 to 3 years, in this last wave of proposed residential development, we now have 7 projects either complete or under construction for a total of 1,384 units. So we're in a position now to really actually have a market established, get some historical performance on actual unit absorption, what units are selling for, and those kinds of things. And I hope to be able to report that to you in an upcoming update where we can get a little bit better handle on actual historical performance. The other thing we're going to be doing is taking a hard look at our TIF projections as we move forward, because we now have historical performance in terms of what we could actually project with maybe a little more accuracy of the percent of projects that we think will actually go under construction, and we'll be bringing that forward to you in the near future as well. But I'll just walk you through those. I don't really need to spend a lot of time on these. We've all been to and seen Soho Lofts, which is now an outstanding completed project. The Newport Lofts is looking near completion and doing very well, closely resembling the sketches that they provided us at the front end of their project. And the Allure Towers is also topped out. They indicated in their announcement at their topping out ceremony that their plan is for a second phase in the near future to start construction of the second phase of that project. And Jewel continues to climb skyward. This project and Streamline both seem to be adding about a floor per week now. What's happened is they've now gotten above their parking garages. They're now into the flat plates of their building, and they're going to be able to start moving much, much faster in the development of those buildings once they've gotten out of the ramping system of their garage. Beyond that, it's hard to say what the next project will be in the ground. We've been working with the folks from Evolution Phase 1. They are out in the sales process now. This could be one of the next projects to go. We saw ground floor retail occupied at Loctane with the Potato Valley Cafe moving in. It's been quite popular in that area since it's in the core part of the downtown near all the legal community. And then finally, this is a first shot. I don't know if a lot of you have actually been by the site at 11th and Carson. This is the Urban Loft project. They're now vertical. Their cladding is up to 10 on the outside of their buildings, very colorful exterior. And this is one of, I believe, 4 total sites that Urban Lofts has in place. This is the first one of those. They're in design development and there are other projects. And they've told us that they have a waiting list that exceeds the number of units that they're building on all those projects. So we're real excited about Urban Lofts. They're able to produce a very high-quality project at a price point that's actually below the median in the valley, and so they're delivering a great deal of value in their urban community and pioneering locations, which is what they've done in Atlanta and Houston and other markets around the United States with a great deal of success. Moving to the entertainment district, you just approved today the assessment district for the maintenance and security of Fremont East. The groundbreaking on this will be Monday morning, where we'll have an official groundbreaking ceremony to launch the actual start of construction on the improvements to the area. And behind the actual improvements themselves, we're seeing Beauty Bar continuing to enjoy success in that area. This is a shot of a proposed sign that they're going to be coming in with hopefully in the near future to add some more neon glitz to the entertainment district. This is the Griffin. The Griffin is imminently ready to open. Now, there's actually 2 clubs going into the same building, Griffin and Downtown. They're kitty corner from each other, but they're in physically the same building. So their fate in terms of opening has been tied together. There's been a number of things they've had to do in terms of water, fire, and other improvements to the interior, retrofitting an existing older building. And both of these projects, Griffin and Downtown, will be opening very soon. This is a shot of Griffin's signage at night. This is one that you participated in the VIP program. This is why we're providing that additional bonus for illuminated signage. We really think this adds that little bit of extra to the entertainment district, along with the actual lighting improvements we're going to be making with the streetscape improvements. And this shows it side by side with a tattoo shop. If you remember, we approved a VIP project for the tattoo parlor. They have great visual neon signage at night as well. And then Take One continues to enjoy success in the area. And then this is, whoops, got ahead of me there. This is the other one, Downtown, which is right around the corner. They're virtually done. They have their sign up on the facade. They've chosen a very nondescript exterior. The reason for the plywood is they're protecting the new glass entryway on the front of their building until they actually open their project. So we would expect that these 2 open in the next 2 to 4 weeks. They're very, very close to final occupancy permits and an actual opening. 601 Fremont, we're continuing to work with a number of venues that are looking at that location in terms of trying to activate that ground level in their space. And we continue to work with Neonopolis, that is a very, very strategic location in the core part of downtown. I show this one for especially those folks who are watching, that we do have fun downtown, that there's more to these than just the exterior. There's an interior and inside of these clubs. And the whole idea of entertainment is to have fun in downtown and to actually be attractive and bring people to come into the downtown area. We continue to have discussions with the Lady Luck folks on Frank Wright Plaza. They've indicated to us last week that they have some exciting new plans that they'll be announcing very soon, possibly the introduction of a new partner in their project. And this is, as of the end of December, the progress in the construction, the completion of the Pint. The Pint is another club that will occupy the interior space of the Red Garage that's above Hennessy's, that Paul Hennessy is doing. And that'll be another one that'll be open very soon. We expect that possibly in the next 30 days, we'll see 3 new clubs open within a 1-block radius of each other at the intersection of Fremont and Las Vegas Boulevard. Mickey Finn's continues to stay open and enjoy success. I'm going to move into East and West Las Vegas now. We continue to have discussions and negotiations with Alpha Omega for 1501 Decatur in terms of moving forward with finalization of a purchase and sale agreement for a senior housing project. We expect to bring that onto the council agenda here very shortly. We have actually had a great deal of activity literally in the last week in terms of grocers expressing interest in not only the 10-acre site, but the Edmontown Center. And we're sorting through all of these and hope to be able to bring to you sometime here in the next 30 to 60 days at least one, if not more, possibilities for grocers to enter the West Las Vegas market. Edmontown Center is, of course, one of those locations that we've been working with. They've completed their expansion improvements. They're now leasing their new space in the expansion portion of Edmontown Center, and we're working with them and trying to tenant the old Vaughn space either as a grocer or as a non-grocer use so that that space can be occupied and really bring Edmontown Center into its full productive redevelopment use. RLT Corporation's training center is open. It looks great. The FBI project is phenomenal. It's been a tremendous addition to that area. The Urban Chamber of Commerce we continue to work with on financing. They're continuing to work on trying to secure financing for their project. And this is a live shot of the Expertise School of Beauty. It's now open, operational, and it's a phenomenal project in Enterprise Park. And, of course, FIT, the Foundation for an Independent Tomorrow. If you remember, in a previous meeting, we provided an approval of a rear access, emergency improvement access easement. They've received a major commitment of funds to their project, which allows them now to move forward and into the design development process and hopefully to construction here very soon. And Stuart Mojave is one of those sites that we RFP'd. We selected the Tin Man as the developer. We're in the process of closing escrow with the Tin Man on this site, and this will be another one of those sites that he'll be developing with his patented tin loft townhouse projects. And just quickly through the casinos, we've talked about the El Cortez, how they have really dramatically improved the appearance of their facility inside and out. They are now moved forward with the plans for an exterior sign that would be on the boulevard that's a retro sign that would not only point the way into the El Cortez, but really helps with our whole entertainment district concept. Lady Luck, we continue to work with on their expansion. Again, I'm hopefully that we'll hear an announcement here very soon in terms of their moving forward back into construction of their project. The Golden Nugget has completed their interior shark tank and swimming area improvements, which has been a tremendous addition. The addition of several new restaurants in the core of the Golden Nugget. And then Fifth Street School is one that we're now very, very optimistic about in terms of moving forward. The project is out for bid. We're looking at, this is a shot here that really kind of captures the essence of where we're headed with this project in terms of taking the old gymnasium, converting the gymnasium into a multi-purpose facility that would provide a gathering place for arts groups and other groups within the downtown area. As a side note, we are looking very, very hard right now at a creative way and trying to capture both historic and new market tax credits and bring tax credit financial support into this project. It would involve the possibility of converting or transferring title to a for-profit entity. I'll be briefing all of you shortly on this, but this, we're hoping that if we can prove up how we could bring tax credits into the Fifth Street School, it may also be an opportunity for the post office as well. So we're looking at tax credits for both of those potential historic renovation projects. And then finally, the Bulldog site, we continue to work with the City Mark folks on that project in terms of realization of an attainable housing project with a ground floor grocer anchor to really bring a new grocer into the core of the downtown area. The Milan Brown parking garage is moving up very, very nicely and is going to be a welcome addition to parking in the core of the criminal justice complex.
If I could.
And then,
Yes,
of course,
excuse me.
On that Milan Brown parking garage, is that going to be open to the public?
yeah,
I was told that it's all sold out, that he's got it all sold out to the businesses in the area and stuff.
I can check on that and report back to you on that. It was my understanding it was going to be made available to the public. Now, whether that means for lease or for daily parking, I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that and report back to you. And then the Castaway sites, we continue to monitor and work with Stations Casinos on their investment on this site, as well as possible investments in other parts surrounding the downtown area. And then this is one that I wanted to bring in. This is new. If you remember, we brought in a VIP project at 1209 North Main for a shoe store. This was the before. They've completed their improvements, and this is the after. So it gives you a good example that we're really getting the bang for our buck in terms of making a strong visual improvement to a small property and bringing a new business into the core and heart of the Arts District. And that's the end of my report.
All right, thank you very much. Are there any questions of Mr. Adams or comments at this time? Did you want to be heard?
Tom McGowan, Las Vegas resident, regarding that last remark by the director. Was it North or South Main Street? Because the heart of the Arts District is in South Main Street, as the director may know by now. North Main Street would hell up the other direction, isn't it? Well, while he's coping with that, Tom McGowan, Las Vegas resident, the director and staff of OPD has done exceptional work that is deserved credit where credit is due. They were given quite a task, and they dispatched it with alacrity and efficiency and quality. That's not usually encountered in these premises. But in that case, they did a hell of a job. I have only one question, besides the one about North or South Main Street. It's just a matter of direction. New York or Rio de Janeiro, what's the difference? The question I have has to do with the projected occupants of the residential commercial properties that are planned and projected ad infinitum. What is their socioeconomic demographics? Where are they? That'll be the new population. So who are they? Where are they? What are they? And let the record reflect. This city council perhaps doesn't know or doesn't care to answer. Period.
All right. Okay. Do we need a motion to accept Mr. Adams' report?
So moved, Your Honor.
All right, let's vote, please. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, we're up to citizens' participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Agency. No subject may be acted upon by the Redevelopment Agency unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please give us your name, and we'll put the 3-minute timer on. Thank you.
Hal Hessen, retired Navy veteran, city resident. Las Vegas Sun article, January 2nd, by Mark Hansel, relative to your ongoing colossal boondoggle Neonopolis failed project and its frontman, pitchman, and fraud developer Rohit Joshi. I'm not even going to berate you for the tens of millions of dollars that you've thrown down this rat hole. Some quotes. City Attorney Jerbick was unavailable for comment, but if he knew of the failed deals, he apparently didn't tell the mayor. And Al Hessen states, it's obscene when in city government, one hand doesn't even know what the other is doing. Jerbick has a long history of incompetence, and Goodman is not far behind Jerbick in that department. Quotes Goodman commenting on fraud Joshi. As far as I know, he's not been accused of a crime. He's the only game in town. Goodman also referred to Joshi's ideas for Neonopolis as more like dreams than plans, unquotes. And I say Goodman's ludicrous comments are in fact an indictment of Goodman's sorry mental capacity. Goodman gives honest, hard-working, and competent lawyers a bad name. And on January 12th, Writer Hansel wrote an article relative to the proposed 300-unit Bridger Ave apartments and so-called affordable housing. Bear in mind, these proposed apartments are going to be prison-sized units, 300 square feet, for $600 a month. The average Social Security check for a widower or a widow or a single individual is just over $1,000. To these people, paying 60% of their Social Security checks is certainly not considered affordable housing. Maybe in the jaundiced eye or a fat cat mob lawyer like Goodman, or 6 city councilors getting 50 grand plus benefits for a part-time gig, it is affordable housing. Opposed to this project is 8-year property owner Joe Woods, and his property includes several cottage-style apartments, 800 square feet, rent for $360 a month, and the article states that. That's what we need downtown, Woods said. Why isn't the city approving those kind of projects? Simple, Joe. Goodman and his 6 rubber stamp council are too stupid. Staff denied this project, and in my view, rightfully so. The Planning Commission approved, and they completely betray the word planning. Their added comment, the city has to think out of the box regarding downtown redevelopment, is ludicrous. A planning commission comprised of so many mental midgets, what would you expect?
Anybody else like to be heard?
Pretty hard act to follow. I'll give it a try. Tom McGowan, Las Vegas resident and candidate for election of public office as mayor of the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. That's related to this premises here. I want you to know that I have no intention of soliciting campaign contributions, nor will I accept any, because I'm running unopposed, and I intend to win. You've had quite an experience, quite a roller coaster ride with this current mayor, and it's not over yet. But there's been some headway made, some steps and leanings in the right direction. But you see, there's a big difference between fantasy and reality. Now, you got a couple of weeks left. Go ahead. You'll finish up. Get it done. If you're a betting man, I'll bet you anything that you're not going to get it done. Because this is all smoke and mirrors. I didn't bring your newspaper photograph in here, the one that I refer to as 2 sweet young ladies out with their grandfather, because that has no bearing on any of this stuff here. Mainly because there has never been a production show of that kind anywhere in the city of Las Vegas. But if you're interested in being the mayor of unincorporated Clark County, go right ahead. Do your NBA All-Star game out there. Do jam. Thomas and Mack, where is that in the city? Whereabouts? Oh, it's in unincorporated Clark County. Well, now, are you the happiest mayor in the universe? Are you? Well, the universe is over that way. Get going. Thank you.
Does anybody else like to be heard? All right. Yes, Carl. Give us your name, please.
My name is Carl Madonic, and I'm a registered voter, and I have a right to say things, and I'm going to say it. I don't know why people like to blame the government all the time. They expect the government to perform miracles like parting of the Lake Mead. You can't do that. We have to work together to get things done as a one, not work against each other. Come on, people. We're all grown up. Let's get together and work together to get things done. Thank you.
Right. Would anybody else like to be heard? Certainly.
I've stated my name already, so I know y'all want to go to lunch.
You have to do it again, though.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor. Whatever the rules are. My name is Anthony Hodges, and I live at 123 Sir David Way, Las Vegas, in the county. Ms. Titanium, it's going to be concerning you when I come back this evening. But it's a big event, but you will really be proud what I'm going to say today. It's something concerning our whole nation, basically the entire world. Thank you.
All right. Would anybody
See
else?
you at 3 or whatever.
Would anyone else like to be heard? All right. Seeing none, the redevelopment agency meeting is adjourned. We'll see you back here, let's say 1 o'clock.